This is every Ukrainian aircraft in service today. Fighters, strike jets, transports, trainers, helicopters, naval aircraft, and drones across dozens of systems. Some Cold War survivors, some newly donated, and some reshaping modern warfare. First up, fighters and air superiority aircraft. The F-16AM Fighting Falcon entered Ukrainian service in 2024 after donations from Denmark, the Netherlands, Norway, and Belgium. These upgraded Block 15 MLU variants can exceed Mach 2, carry AMRAAM and Sidewinder missiles, and currently number around 40 to 50 aircraft. This is the Dassault Mirage 2005F, transferred from France and entering Ukrainian service in 2025. Originally designed for air superiority, these upgraded fighters now carry Scalp cruise missiles and precision bombs, reaching speeds above Mach 2.2 with advanced Mica missiles. Now this is the Mikoyan MiG-29 Fulcrum, Ukraine's longtime multi-role fighter since 1992. Originally operating 43 active jets, Ukraine later received additional aircraft from Poland and Slovakia. Powered by twin RD-33 engines, it exceeds Mach 2.25 and carries R-27 missiles. The Sukhoi Su-27 flanker entered Ukrainian service in 1992 as the country's primary air superiority fighter. With speeds reaching Mach 2.35 and a combat range near 1,500 kilometers, upgraded Su-27M1 variants remain active despite significant wartime losses. Next up, strike and attack aircraft. The Sukhoi Su-24M Fencer serves as Ukraine's long-range strike aircraft, entering service in 1992. Originally built as a supersonic bomber, it was modified to launch Storm Shadow and Scalp-PG cruise missiles, carrying up to 8,000 kilograms of weapons. This is the Sukhoi Su-24M Fencer E, the reconnaissance version of the Su-24 platform. Instead of an internal cannon, it carries cameras, electronic intelligence systems, side-looking radar, and infrared sensors for battlefield surveillance and long-range tactical reconnaissance missions. Now this is the Sukhoi Su-25 Frogfoot, Ukraine's primary close air support aircraft since 1992. Designed for frontline combat, upgraded Su-25M1K variants carry rockets, guided missiles, and bombs while operating at lower altitudes to directly support ground forces. Up next, the Baykar Bayraktar TB2 entered Ukrainian service in 2019 and quickly became one of the country's best-known unmanned strike systems. Capable of flying for 27 hours, it carries laser-guided munitions for reconnaissance and precision attack missions. Continuing with transport and special mission aircraft. The Antonov An-26 Kuril entered Ukrainian service in 1992 as a tactical transport aircraft. Powered by twin turboprop engines and an auxiliary jet engine, it carries up to 38 troops or 5,500 kilograms of cargo across distances exceeding 2,500 kilometers. This is the Antonov An-24, a light transport aircraft that entered Ukrainian service after independence in 1992. Originally developed for passenger operations, it carries up to 44 passengers, reaches speeds near 500 kilometers per hour, and supports military transport duties. Now this is the Antonov An-30 Klenk, a specialized aerial survey and reconnaissance aircraft derived from the An-24 platform. Equipped with multiple aerial cameras and mapping systems, it supports battlefield observation and military survey operations with dedicated onboard operators. The Antonov An-70 remains one of Ukraine's most ambitious transport aircraft projects. First flown in 1994, only prototype and pre-production examples exist. Its four unusual propfin engines allow speeds near 780 kilometers per hour while carrying massive payloads. Up next, the Tupolev Tu-134 Krusty entered Ukrainian service in 1992 as a VIP and staff transport aircraft. Originally a civilian airliner, it transports military leadership and personnel over ranges exceeding 3,000 kilometers with room for dozens of passengers. Next up, training and utility aircraft. The Aero L-39 Albatros has served as Ukraine's primary jet trainer since 1992. Used to prepare military pilots for frontline aircraft, Variants include the L-39C, armed L-39ZA, and newer L-39NG, which also supports reconnaissance and light combat missions. This is the Antonov An-2 Colt, a biplane utility aircraft operated mainly by Ukrainian Naval Aviation. Entering service after 1992, An-2T and An-2R variants transport cargo, support training duties, and remain one of the longest produced aircraft designs ever built. Continuing with Air Force helicopters, the Mi-8 HIP entered Ukrainian service in 1992 as a medium multi-mission helicopter. Variants including the Mi-8T, Mi-8 MTV, and upgraded Mi-8 MSBV transport troops, cargo, and equipment while supporting rocket attacks and battlefield logistics missions. This is the Mi-17 HIP-H, a transport helicopter widely used for troop movement and cargo delivery. Powered by twin turboshaft engines, it carries up to 36 troops or heavy sling loads while operating across frontline and logistical support missions. Now this is the Mi-9, an airborne command post based on the Mi-8 airframe. Instead of carrying cargo, it houses communication systems, encrypted data links, and command workstations to coordinate military operations from the air. Next up, Army aviation helicopters. The Mi-24 Hind entered Ukrainian service in 1992 as an attack helicopter and armed transport platform. Variants including the Mi-24P, Mi-24V, Mi-24PU-1, and donated Mi-35 carry cannons, anti-tank missiles, rockets, and even transport troops. This is the Army Aviation Mi-8, widely used for troop transport, resupply, and battlefield mobility missions. Including upgraded Mi-8 MSBV variants and foreign donations, Ukraine operates dozens of these helicopters for frontline logistics and rapid personnel movement. Now this is the Mi-2 Hoplite, a smaller light utility helicopter used for transport and support roles. Modernized Mi-2 MSB versions feature improved engines while carrying personnel, supplies, or light cargo during short-range military operations. Continuing with naval aviation, the Westland Sea King HU-5 and Mk-41 entered Ukrainian naval aviation service beginning in 2022 through British and German donations. Used for combat search and rescue, anti-submarine warfare, and transport, these helicopters carry sonar systems, torpedoes, and maritime sensors. This is the Kamov Ka-27 Helix, a naval anti-submarine helicopter operating with coaxial rotors instead of a tail rotor. Entering Ukrainian service in 1992, it carries dipping sonar, magnetic anomaly detectors, and torpedoes for maritime patrol missions. Now this is the Mi-14PL and Mi-14PS Hayes, amphibious helicopters designed for anti-submarine warfare and search and rescue missions. Operating since 1992, these boat-hulled aircraft use sonar systems, sonobuoys, and maritime sensors during naval operations. Up next, the Kamov Ka-226 Hoodlum is a light utility helicopter listed in Ukrainian Naval Aviation Service. Featuring a coaxial rotor system and compact size, it supports short-range transport, personnel movement, and light utility tasks near maritime operations. And now, the Antonov An-2 also appears within Naval Aviation Service, operating mainly with the 10th Naval Aviation Brigade. Though originally a utility biplane, it supports transport, training, and logistical duties while remaining one of aviation's longest-serving aircraft designs. Next up, Reconnaissance Drones. The Tupolev Tu-141 Strij entered Ukrainian service in 1992 and returned to operation after restoration from storage in 2014. Powered by a turbojet engine, this reconnaissance drone reaches speeds near 1,100 kilometers per hour across missions up to 1,000 kilometers. This is the Tupolev Tu-143 Rays, a shorter-range reconnaissance drone originally developed during the Soviet era. Restored examples remain in limited Ukrainian service, using onboard sensors and cameras for battlefield surveillance while flying at speeds approaching 950 kilometers per hour. Now this is the Northrop Grumman RQ-11 Raven, a lightweight hand-launched reconnaissance drone received through military assistance after 2014. Powered by an electric motor, it provides short-range aerial surveillance using dual electro-optical and infrared camera systems. Up next, the Teledyne FLIR Skyranger R70 entered Ukrainian service in 2019 as a compact vertical takeoff reconnaissance drone. This quadrotor platform supports short-range intelligence-gathering missions, carrying stabilized electro-optical and infrared cameras for battlefield observation. Finally, we have domestically built drone systems. The Spaytek ARDEA entered Ukrainian service in 2020 as a vertical takeoff ISR drone. Designed for intelligence and reconnaissance missions, this domestic platform operates without a runway while supporting battlefield observation and flexible deployment in changing combat environments. This is the Spaytek Kolumba, a Ukrainian-built unmanned aerial system introduced in 2020. Used for general reconnaissance and surveillance tasks, it supports military intelligence gathering while expanding Ukraine's domestically produced drone capabilities. Now this is the Spaytek Sparrow, a multi-role unmanned aerial system entering service in 2020. Built for flexible mission profiles, it supports reconnaissance and operational support roles while expanding Ukraine's locally produced drone inventory. Up next, the Spaytek Sparrow LE entered service in 2021 as a longer endurance reconnaissance drone. Developed for extended ISR operations, it remains airborne longer than earlier systems while supporting battlefield monitoring and intelligence collection.